But the Spirit wants you to remember, well-being and comfort are not the end in itself of your earthly life. You shouldn't make it your priority, you shouldn't treat it like it's the most important thing to you. With this approach, you will very quickly reach a dead end and lose the sense of meaning in your life. With this approach, it will be very easy for you to be unsettled by the slightest inconvenience, the slightest discomfort. You don't want this, do you? Yes, dear ones, in your earthly life you still encounter inconveniences and discomfort every now and then. And you will easily endure them only if you do not attach excessive importance to them. You know that there is something more important, there is something truly meaningful to you. These are the tasks of your spirit. One of the main tasks is to bring light into darkness. And if you always, every moment of your life, remember this task, you will face inconvenience and discomfort fully armed. They won't take you by surprise. They will only help cheer up your spirit. You will not become despondent, but will say to yourself, well, now a new problem has arisen in front of me. She, I think, is up to my shoulder. I see darkness in front of me. Well, I'll try to turn it into light. After all, that's what I'm here for. The inconvenience will recede, the discomfort will recede, the trouble will recede, and everything that you tried in vain to achieve in other ways will appear in your life: well-being, material wealth, a happy family, and professional success. Do you understand? When you make material tasks an end in themselves, they elude you. When your main goal becomes the fulfillment of the tasks of the spirit, everything you need in the material world comes by itself. Yes, I know that for all of you reading and listening to these words, the tasks of the spirit have long been in the first place. What am I talking to you about then? It is about making this knowledge not a speculative part of your belief system but about making it a driving force for you at every moment of your earthly life. I'm talking about turning this knowledge from an abstract, rationally accepted value into the norm of your everyday existence. This is a difficult moment. It is essentially about being in contact with God every moment of your existence. Then you will be able to compare your every step with the values of the Spirit. And this is also an important point in the transition to a new system of values and beliefs. If in the old energies it was customary for people to devote only a certain amount of time to God, in the process of prayer, or visiting church, and the rest of the time to lead a normal lifestyle, now everything has changed. Now you know that you are particles of God, His rays. Now you know that God is the part of you that is connected to the entire divine universe. Now you know that to meet God you do not have to go to church or other places specially designed for this. Now you know that God is always with you, and what you call prayer can become your usual state, a state of direct contact with God. Now you can't live differently. Now you cannot devote only a limited time to contact with God, and live according to different laws the rest of the time. Now it won't work like that. Check your every step, every action, every intention, every thought, every feeling with the tasks of the Spirit. Then your life will change. This will mean a real change in your system of values and beliefs. This will mean that your life and your beliefs are in unity. This will mean that there is no more struggle within you, no contradictions, no front line. This will mean peace and harmony within you. This will mean a new level of your life. This will mean that your belief system contributes to your health, youth, and longevity. Any material assets will sooner or later be exhausted and lead you to a dead end. The values of the Spirit cannot be exhausted. The longer you live, the more, fuller and brighter the Spirit will manifest itself through you, the more new opportunities, goals, and tasks you will have. You will essentially enter what is called eternal life, and fully realize yourself as an eternal, immortal angel, a particle of the one God. The second type of crisis, the gap between your values and those of other people. Now, I want to talk to you about the gap that can lie between you and other people. This is another kind of crisis of a belief system. Oh, you already know how very different you are from other people. Some of you have already fully experienced what misunderstanding, and maybe even ridicule and condemnation from other people, means. You are white crows, my dears, and each of you knows firsthand what it is. Don't you understand what's going on? You don't understand how this could happen to you? It is as if you have fallen out of all existing communities and systems. It's like you've become a stranger everywhere. If you were previously a member of the church, you now feel that there is no place left for you there. Or rather, it's the old boundaries that have become too tight for you. If earlier you were part of a community of people striving together for growth and development, now you have become uncomfortable among them, you don't fit into this framework. Your former like-minded people do not understand you. And again you ask the question, what's wrong with me? You are all right, dears. All that happens is that you have grown out of all previous frameworks. All that has happened is that you have arrived at a system of unified knowledge, based on the idea of a single divine nature of all things. You have gone beyond the boundaries of religions, schools, movements, philosophies. You are no longer constrained by these restrictions. You found freedom, that's what happened. And associated with this is the misunderstanding of those who still sit within these old frameworks. You are rejected, former like-minded people don't want to deal with you, and some are even afraid of you. Do you know why? Because they feel the angel inside of you. For people stuck in old low-frequency energies, your light may seem like something that is dangerous. He really poses a danger to them. It can highlight the falsity and limitations of what these people believe to be true, what they pray to and what they follow all their lives. You represent a danger to their habitual value system, which is why they shun and fear you. Do not let them confuse you. Don't let them dissuade you that you are right. Do not be afraid of the situation that you may temporarily find yourself in a vacuum. You are pioneers, and this is the only reason why you find yourself separated from others. There are always only a few pioneers. They move forward, making paths, alone. And only then do everyone else rush after them. Remember that your mission is honorable. Remember that you have the strength to cope with this mission and all the difficulties that accompany its implementation. And most importantly, remember that your loneliness is nothing more than an illusion. You know that all of humanity is one. All humanity is one divine family, which will unite sooner or later. And all your current disagreements are temporary. Sooner or later, all of humanity will rush forward along the roads paved by you. Yes, but what should you do right now? How to find a way out of crises associated with the abyss that lies between your and other people's belief systems. There is only one way out, no matter how banal these words may seem to you, it is in love. Yes, we very often pronounce this word, which in your human speech may seem worn out. But we are talking about love in a different sense, about divine love, of which you are all bearers.